Hamilton doesn't have a parachute. Now let's pull the lens wider, because what's happening in Hamilton isn't random, it's mechanical. It's the same machine that crushed homeowners in the 90s, in 2008, and in 2017. The sequence never changes. Rates come down, unemployment goes up, 12 to 18 months later, housing caves. We're already 6 months into the countdown. Hamilton doesn't have a parachute. Toronto has Bay Street bonuses. Vancouver has offshore cash. In Hamilton, we have households stretched to the limit, mortgages 6 to 7% income, debt stacked higher than wages can carry. That's why this city bleeds first and bleeds worst. Think about how fragile the chain really is. Your neighbor loses hours at Stelco, a nurse gets cut from a hospital budget, a small business trims payroll, one missed paycheck becomes one missed mortgage becomes one power of sale, and that power of sale isn't just their problem, it's your new comp. That's how equity evaporates here. Not by decades, by weekends. Look at the early signals. Power of sale signs starting to pop in Ancaster and Stony Creek, appraisals slashing $200K off deals before closings, banks tightening, pulling approvals at the last second. Those aren't blips. Those are the opening cracks of a flood. And once the flood hits, it doesn't nibble 10K off your home. It carves 100K chunks like it's nothing. Here's the toughest part. It doesn't take everyone cracking, it only takes a few. One desperate sale on your block, one forced liquidation down the street, and suddenly every will just hold firm neighbor is underwater. That's the contagion effect. Real estate doesn't collapse evenly. It collapses in dominoes. Condos fall first, then semis, then detached. And by the time it hits the last rung, the whole city is repriced. Hamilton's already halfway through the domino line. Condos that were 600K in 2021 are choking at 400K today. Detached homes that brushed 1.2 million are now begging for 900 grand. That's not theory, that's happening right now. And here's where the psychology gets lethal. Buyers aren't afraid anymore. They're patient. They know the system is working in their favor. The longer they wait, the cheaper they get. And every desperate neighbor of yours proves them right. That's why the next 6 months aren't about winning, they're about survival. Because once arrears spike, once power of sales multiply, the comps don't just drag you down, they trap you under them. Hamilton isn't correcting, it's resetting. And resets don't stop politely. They run until the math is finished.